Hello friends, my name is Hadassah Treu and I'm an award-winning Christian blogger, author and poet. Today I want to talk about grief and how we can handle grief in healthy ways. Do you know that we can handle grief in unhealthy and healthy ways? Today I want to share with you about 3 ways to handle grief in healthy ways. Grief is the unwanted guest when we face losses of any kind. Grief is a mixture of sorrow, sadness, anxiety, depression, pain, and feelings of longing for what we have lost. Grief can hang like a dark cloud on our hearts, and sometimes it feels there is no light at all. It can be like a heavy burden weighing on our souls. But it is not healthy to retain grief in ourselves. We need to find healthy ways to get the grief out and express it. There are many ways to handle grief. Let's first talk about 2 unhealthy ways to process grief. The first way, which is unhealthy, is to numb or suppress our grief. Numbing can take various forms. We can numb our grief by distracting ourselves with different activities, work or people. We do this because this way we try to avoid the pain we feel, but it is not healthy because numbing can lead to developing various addictions like excessive TV watching, excessive shopping, excessive eating. The root of all these addictions is that we want to replace grief with some activity that brings us pleasure. However, this doesn't work because the grief even intensifies. The second unhealthy way is to express our painful emotions in inappropriate ways, like overreacting in different situations or venting our emotions on people in inappropriate or harmful way. Usually releasing our anger and anxiety in inappropriate ways. Letting our unrestrained feelings surface in our relationships is not a healthy way to deal with our grief, although it may seem that it can bring some sort of alleviation. There are better and healthy ways to process grief, and I want to share with you today 3 healthy ways. The first way is to feel our feelings in all their intensity. This is the first step. We need to face our feelings and allow ourselves to feel them in their intensity. We usually tend to avoid this because of the pain, but facing our feelings is the way to overcome them. So next time when you feel this cutting pain in your stomach, just stop and face it. Feel your feelings, acknowledge them, name them. The second way to deal with our grief is to express it and to wrap in words the thoughts behind the feelings. The best way to express our grief is to talk about it, to write it down, or even to paint it if this is our preferred way. We need also a safe person or persons who are empathetic, caring, compassionate, and who can listen to us without judging. The safest person to whom we can express our grief is God. Jesus is called the man of sorrows and acquainted with grief in Isaiah 53:3. Jesus knows the depths of our grief. He can fully feel our pain and have great understanding and compassion on us. In fact, he is fully able to empathize because he knows experientially every trial and every type of suffering, as mentioned in Hebrews 4:15. In the Bible, especially in the Psalms, the Lord gives us the right words to convey our painful feelings and express them. This form of Psalms, when we complain to God, but we also retain our faith and hope in Him, is called Lament. I want to read for you one beautiful example of lament. All my longings lie open before you, Lord. My sighing is not hidden from you. My heart pounds, my strength fails me. Even the light has gone from my eyes. Psalm 38, verse 9 to 10. And the last step after we have expressed our grief to a person or to the white sheet of paper is to give our feelings to Jesus, to leave them at the foot of the cross. We choose to surrender our grief to Jesus, asking Him to bring true comfort and healing. We look to Him not only as the safest person for our grief, but also as our healer, comforter, redeemer, and restorer. We ask Him to take our grief and replace it with comfort, with peace and joy in the Holy Spirit. In a humble act of faith, we surrender our grief, we give Him access to our wounds and ask for His intervention. The Lord is our healer. He can fully heal every wound and redeem every loss. Our suffering is not in vain. He collects every tear we are shedding and works to bring something beautiful out of the pieces of our shattered dreams and hearts. Can you trust Him with your grief today? So, have you handled your grief in unhealthy ways? And what do you need to do today to handle your grief in a healthy way? Share in the comments. And if you have found this video helpful, I would be very happy if you share it, like it, and comment it. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time.